I am drinking Bush.
Who are you?
I have poured 2 beers into this stein, and I am.
Who are you?
Who
are you? I've poured 2 beers into this stein.
That's not important. Who I am is not important.
Well, no, it is important.
But
living in the moment.
I hate you.
And in this moment,
if inquiring minds must prevail, I am Nick, and I have Bush. Cheers.
Yeah, you do.
Nice. I'm drinking. God damn it!
It's all on my shoulders.
All right. I'm drinking a glass of Bullet.
That's where most of it.
Welcome, everyone, to our new true crime podcast called Drunken Jurors, presented from You Hate to See It. It's one of our segments now. It's going to be a bi-weekly thing in between all of the You Hate to See It episodes of us being drunk. This is going to be a comedy true crime podcast where we will be drinking, of course, like normal, so we will be drunk during this. And we will be playing trivia beforehand, just to get us nice and drunk before we go and do these fucked up stories. So the rules of trivia are, I'm going to be the person asking questions. Nick, shut the fuck up. I'll be asking questions, so I will make questions every week that usually don't pertain to fucking anything. It's just to get people drunk. So the rules are, if it is your turn, you will get to bet drinks. You can bet up to 2 shots or up to 3 drinks. And if you get it wrong, that's how many you take. But the other person can double down on that and double whatever you bet. And if they get it right, you now have to take the double amount of what you said in the first place, if that makes sense. You'll get it as we start to do this. Hopefully someone doubles down and fucks someone over today. If they both get the question wrong, I also have to drink along with them because of the fact of...
you being a shitty teacher?
Yeah, me being horrible at this. But it's fine. It's to get us drunk, then we'll go into these stories and we'll just... talk and
if Jeff's our teacher,
drunk.
Does that make this educational?
Probably.
Sure.
Nice.
We could probably tag it as that.
Gotta keep that tag. Oh, hey there, hi there, ho there. I'm Adam, and I'm drinking. If you listen to the podcast, you know my concoction, and so I have a glass of that, and then I also have a bottle of Capriccio.
I thought you were about to say Capri.
It's called cappuccino, sir.
I thought you were going to say Capri Sun. So
it's passion fruit sangria. I don't know.
That sounds disgusting.
This is Kristen's that she left here. So.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah, brother. Drinking a glass of Bullet Rye whiskey and also some Bush. If you guys ready for the first question?
No.
Some of these are pertaining to what we're going to get into today, but what obviously this is coming out
first question, what is 10,000 times 8,024?
Oh, we're not doing math here. None of us.
We ain't what are you talking about?
Fuck that. We're here for crime and stupid statistics. So obviously this coming out the Monday after Halloween. A lot of these are Halloween themed. So
ooh, spooky.
You guys remember who won in our mock podcast?
That was definitely me.
Probably Nick.
There was a lot of
They were a little bit more catered towards Nick, but I'm assuming a lot of these, either you guys just aren't going to get them right, or maybe the tides will turn. But what day of the week? It's for you. Shut the fuck up. And
okay.
No, it's not. Well, kinda. This one is, I guess. What day of the week was Halloween on in 2010? Was it Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Friday?
That's a loaded... Wow, God.
You get 10 seconds.
Grade was I in? I would like to bet...
He asked what day it was on, not what grade you were in.
I'm trying to think... Dude, I don't have memory like that. That was so long ago.
I think you would have been in 8th grade, because I would have been...
Yeah, I would have been 13.
I would have been a freshman. I was a freshman.
So... What day was Halloween? What did I do for... I don't even remember what the fuck...
What are you betting?
I am betting... I'm going to bet 2 sips.
Okay.
and I am going to say Friday.
All right. Nick is wrong. Before you drink, though, Adam, would you like to double down? Also, are you using your phone right now? Because that is wrong. No using of phones.
Huh?
I thought you were using your phone to look it up.
Oh, no, my phone's over here.
Phone?
Yeah. That's fair. The only people Nick has to talk to are on Zoom call with him.
That is rude.
I'm going. This is going to probably work out very terribly for me, but I'm going to double down, and it's only for a meme. My vote, Mr. Trebek, is good old fashioned Monday. Hoo yeah!
Nice. We're all drinking.
Woo! Starting up strong.
It was actually a Sunday.
That's a lie.
It's not, but
I would have remembered that.
number 2.
This was 10 years ago. I don't know what you want from us.
Yeah. I was 8.
All
I
right,
was not 8.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
I was definitely 13.
Wow, you've lied for a while.
You also legally can't be drinking on here.
Yeah.
All right, question 2, boys. What is Ohio's state bird? Adam, this is you.
Oh.
Is it A, blue jay, B, American robin, C, a chickadee, or D, cardinal? Place your bets now.
Okay, my first guess was going to be Springfield bird, but
As that wasn't an option, I guess I'll change
since
it.
that wasn't, I don't think it's the cardinal. What were the other options? Blue jay and what else?
Blue jay, American robin, and a chickadee.
I don't think it's the robin, so I'm between blue jay and chickadee. Now, this is Ohio, so chickadee is the exact kind of stupid fucking bird that Ohio would have.
Chickadee is very on par for Ohio.
I'm trying to think where the
I feel like once you move past 5 Springfields, you're required to have your state bird be a chickadee.
I mean, I'm trying to think. There's a sports team called the Blue Jays, right?
That, well, first off, that's Toronto.
Yeah,
Let me tell you that right
Canada,
now,
my friend.
Yeah.
All right, you get 5 more seconds.
I'm gonna go with Blue Jay.
What'd you bet, by the way?
That's a good question.
1 sip.
1 sip. Okay. Nick,
Oh, we're playing like
down
absolute pussies. Yeah, I'll double down.
Okay.
Was he wrong?
Yes, obviously.
Oh.
That's why.
Oh, well
You
then
can't
I'm
double down if he was right.
I'm definitely gonna say chickadee because that's very on brand for Ohio.
Did you double down or no?
I did.
Okay. Well, we're all drinking again.
Hey!
It's actually the Cardinal. If you're wondering, Springfield Cardinals is an affiliate team. It's not in Ohio, but
Oh, how do you know that?
Illinois,
Oh.
Iowa, and Ohio all have the Cardinal as their
Oh,
state bird because we all copy
that's
each other.
stupid.
apparently.
Yeah, that's
Little
dumb.
tidbit of information for y'all. All right,
Chickadee would have been cooler.
3. Nick,
What is
it's
a
you.
chickadee?
Nick,
Yep.
what is the least favorite Halloween candy? Is it
Oh.
Is it A, black licorice, B, Tootsie Rolls, C, candy corn, or D, dots?
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
there are 2 terrible
Yeah, to
candies
be fair,
in
black
there.
licorice, black licorice.
No, black licorice.
black licorice and candy corn are both absolutely
Hold
disgusting.
on, candy corn's delicious. I'm talking
it's
black
not.
licorice and
It's
dots.
not. It's
No,
not.
no, candy corn's gross as fuck.
Yeah, no. But I think we have to disband the podcast now. Like, I can't work with a man who thinks candy corn's good.
I'm gonna fill both your houses with
All right,
candy
well-
corn.
Nick, what are you betting? What are you guessing?
So I'm gonna bet 2 sips.
Okay.
As much as I think it's candy corn, I'm gonna say black licorice because black licorice actually makes me want to throw up when I think about the taste. I'm probably wrong.
Okay. Adam, it's up to you. You doubling down?
Yeah, I'll double down and say dots.
You doubling down on dots? Fuck,
Yeah.
we're all drinking again. It's
That's
candy
bull.
corn.
It's candy corn, isn't? Yeah, I
Yeah.
fucking knew it.
Black licorice is actually number 10 on that, and dots aren't even on the list of worst candies.
Black licorice is so fucking.
One of
gross.
the things I wanted to do for your question was what's the weirdest thing like top like what's weirdest stuff ever given out on Halloween. But I thought it was gonna be like
Razor
fucking
blades.
like
Yeah, I was the same.
razor blades, or it's gonna be like razor blades, gun ammunition, like random weird shit. All right,
Wow.
Adam, what trip did the murderer in our story of today go on before the killings? Was it A, a hunting trip, B, fishing trip, C, cross-country trip, or D, the Sturgis Motorcycle Festival?
Well, it's the motorcycle festival for sure.
What are you betting?
2 sips.
2 sips?
Yeah.
All right, Nick, you doubling down?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Mama ain't raised no punk bitch. I am going to say cross country because cross country sounds horrendous.
Cheers, boys.
Hey! Adam, why are we throwing?
It's hunting.
I mean, I figured hunting and fishing were too obvious.
Yeah, that's the point. This one's a very shitty question, so Nick, good luck.
I've seen League of Legends games thrown less hard than this.
Nick, this question is so loaded and dumb. Good luck. There's 6 options. What
Why?
caliber gun did were used in the murders? Was it a 45, a 40, 357, a 12 gauge, a claw hammer, or a 22? There might be a throwaway in there. You don't know.
What?
Joke's on you. The answer is all the above.
So the murder took place, might I assume, in Ohio?
Yeah.
Might I inquire what year the murder took place?
Probably 2010.
Adam's correct on that one. So we now both evened up. Good job.
So we got 45, 22, 357.
I would also assume it happened on Halloween.
12 gauge seems a bit much.
You don't know that. His mama didn't raise no bitch.
I'll throw you a hint. It's a triple homicide.
Got that? It's a triple
I
homicide.
don't think it's a 22.
Okay.
357 is typically a revolver, very loud. Granted, 45 is very loud, so that makes me lean back towards 22 again. I feel like I can safely rule out the shotgun and the 357. I would like to bet 2 sips, by the way.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm going full mentalist right now. So that leaves us with a 45 and a 22. Now,
and a 40.
And a 40. Oh, both very loud. Springfield. Huh.
Springfield.
Ohio. 3 murders. Triple homicide. I'm actually going to double back and say 22.
Nick, you're right.
Hey! Damn!
Wasn't
that?
Also, for a fun fact, as we're going to learn out, clawhammer was also correct.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was going to be my guess.
We're going to have a fun one.
I'd also like
Final
to say
question.
all of them criminology classes finally paid off or something.
Final question, Adam. It's you. You could tie it up here. I'm sorry, this is not going to be a great one. What is the most rare color of M&M? Is it A, blue, B, red, C, brown, or D, green? What do you bet?
Like, are we talking
like in the bag?
Yeah, in a normal bag of M&Ms.
In a normal bag of M&Ms, like of all time or currently? Because of all time, that's something different because colors come and go. So,
yes.
Cool.
What are you betting?
2 sips. Can I hear the colors again?
Blue, red, brown, and green.
I'm going to say brown.
You guys fucking tied it up. God damn, I'm going to have to find a trivia
Damn,
question.
I was going to say, I was blue. Shit.
Well, I was thinking, because if it's brown, like the whole point of M&M's is to be colorful, and brown's just the color of chocolate. So to keep it interesting for kids, they would have more colors. I think yellow is the most.
All right, here's going to be a tiebreaker. It's just going to be whoever can give me the right answer first. From which region in the world do pumpkins originate from?
I want to say Latin America.
Adam?
Well,
it doesn't matter. Nick got it right.
Okay, there we go. That sounds like a very new world plant.
It's Central America.
Yeah, okay.
Nick is the winner. Nick is 1-0.
Woo!
Devin Griffin returned home to 7052 North Ohio 2 on October 31st after singing in a Sunday morning church service.
I would just like to point out, does this man look like a griffin, or
No, he looks like a human being.
Does he look like a Devin?
I couldn't find pictures of him.
Ooh.
I could only find pictures of our killer.
So what that tells me is that he is from Harry Potter land, and he does look like a griffin.
Wow,
well, he's probably in witness protection for the fact of his entire family got murdered. But
look at that.
We'll get to that.
I'm just gonna imagine in my mind's eye it's Devin Hester.
I'm going to imagine it's my cousin Devin's head on a body of a griffin.
That's a weird one. I think mine is more plausible. It's not, because Devin Hester, I'm pretty sure, was in Chicago.
Oh, this got weirder. Now I have to picture both of those things. All right.
Devin Hester is a weird-looking man.
The 16-year-old trudged up to his room to play video games. At around 1:30 p.m., he began to wonder why no one was around. His mother, Susan Lisk, who was 46 at the time, would normally be out of bed by then, and where the hell was the rest of his family at?
He's the killer because no kid playing...
I'm sure... No. I'm sure his real name is Kevin McAllister. That's
no 16-year-old in 2010 was like playing video games.
In the mid 2010. In the mid 2010.
Yeah. Look, I'm drunk. Fuck up. No 16-year-old was like, hey, I wonder where my mom is while playing video games uninterrupted. He's thinking, think I can masturbate again?
That's only you, Nick.
Think I can hit the third time in a row?
I tried really hard. I think I researched this one thing more than the entire case. I really wanted to know what video game he was playing until 1:30 p.m. before he realized where everyone in his house was.
What was popular? Yeah.
I'm looking that up right now. Video.
What? It's not Call of Duty. Call of Duty. It might have been Modern Warfare, maybe, but I don't think
what?
The PS3 out.
What video game does a basic white man play?
I can tell you exactly what. Oh, okay. So here are my 3 bets as to what he was playing. 4 bets. Red Dead Redemption, very time sucky.
Yeah.
Fallout New Vegas, also very time sucky.
Oh god damn.
God of War 3. I don't know if it was a good one. I don't know if that was a good one or not.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And Call of Duty Black Ops 1.
Oh fuck.
Probably Black Ops.
Yeah, probably Black Ops.
For a 16-year-old who turns into a serial killer, probably Black Ops.
Apparently 2010 was a
I like how you think
year.
Did you not listen to anything I said? He got
home and someone with a
I like how you guys think he's the murderer.
Oh, Civ 5 also came out in 2010.
You think he's the murderer when the first things I said was he returned home from church service after singing his choir, went upstairs to play video games, and at 1:30 in the afternoon he was like, "Hey, why is no one home?"
Look, I played Red Dead Redemption and Black Ops that year. I could have been a killer.
I guess as some poor victim, he would have not been playing Black Ops. He would have been.
Oh no, he was definitely playing Black Ops, 100%.
I was playing Black Ops. You know him and his church buddies were like, "Are you guys done praising God? We're gonna go murder some people."
Y'all want to kill some VC?
I mean, any of those games that you
list. Nick, is that accurate?
Any of those?
Is this accurate?
Yeah, Cold War. You were fighting in Vietnam. You were definitely killing VC.
I'm talking about going from church choir practice to.
Oh, I wasn't in choir practice. Actually,
it wasn't choir practice. It was choir. It was Sunday. Do you guys not know anything?
No.
You think I would, since I'm actually.
Did you now just notice how Nick and I tied in your questions that you had prepared?
I would have won, but I decided to say black licorice.
All right.
It was definitely
whatever. So after realizing that he hadn't seen anyone at home since he got home, he went downstairs and started to look for his mother, Susan. He found her and his stepfather, Bill Lisk, in their master bedroom, still in bed, with a maroon comforter pulled high over their heads. He started talking to his mom as he walked around the bed to her side. He tapped her leg hanging out of the cover, then pulled the comforter down a little to try to wake her. But that's when he saw the blood-stained pillowcase. He ran out of the house.
So I have a question. Does it point out of whether the maroon comforter started maroon or was maroon?
Yes, yeah, it was maroon in the first place, which is why
Okay.
why this kill kind of worked. Like, I don't know how to say it. Didn't work out, but like off of initial looking, like obviously doesn't look like blood because it's a maroon bed set. So
Okay. I didn't know if this poor Devin, who is shaped like a griffin, was that dumb that my parents' white comforter is suddenly maroon. I wonder how that happened.
in blotches, nonetheless.
Yeah.
If he was playing Black Ops, he would have had a UAV and he would have found the killer himself.
It's true. Well, we'll get to that part.
Were there UAVs in Black Ops? I actually never played
Yes,
multiplayer.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, there's. All right. So after seeing the scene, he ran out of the house before even trying to look for his brother, Derek Griffin, who was 23, not knowing what had happened. And if he was in danger, and he also did not know if he was in danger by staying in the house. The official police records. So we're gonna go back now to how the killing happened.
Ooh.
So BJ Liskey is
Excuse me, his name was BJ?
yeah.
Oh, this
His
is gonna be great.
his first name's William, but it's Billy something. So
Probably Billy Jobs.
Billy
Probably.
James.
there it is. So we're gonna go
This is gonna
back
be
and
fantastic.
kind of get into his little how
Adam.
his life went.
Adam, are you ready to rapid fire the BJ jokes? Are you ready to just rapid fire that shit?
Brewski joint.
Mama make a pussy pot pie? Is that what you get for being named BJ? Mama get blowjobs?
His name was
This is the killer, right? We can make fun of him. This isn't another victim.
100% the killer. Yeah, we're
Okay,
gonna go
His
back.
name
I
is-
just wanted to make sure.
His name's
We're-
Butch Jerusalem.
We're about to learn how we got to where this is. The
Okay.
whole finding of bodies.
Well, if my high school name was Blowjobs, what was his last name?
Liskey.
Oh my God, Blowjobs Liskey. Oh my God, this dude had to have a horrible time growing up.
It's blowjob Licky. You know it.
Oh my God, I would have made fun of this guy too.
Weird.
We do not condone bullying.
Only
the record.
cyberbullying.
Dude, no, we don't condone that either.
we
That's illegal in,
only
like, 10
we
states.
only bully people who in
Consent.
the past. Yeah.
People who
And
did
when you-
horrible things.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Let's
running.
stop
I
the
ran
podcast.
out of BJ names. Unless Nick,
Oh,
do you have any
I'm
BJ
just-
names?
What?
Brutus Jones.
All right.
He would brood on the Jones.
Well, I can guarantee you you're all wrong so far because his first name was William, so it's Bill something. I just don't know what his middle name was.
Billy Jack.
So
Blowy Jones.
we're now going to go back and see where all this kind of started. So,
His mom giving a blowjob, probably.
no,
Tell me
his mom.
hold on.
His
Tell
mom
me his mom
failed.
was a prostitute.
His
His
Tell me
mom
was a
obviously
prostitute.
failed to give a blowjob because she became pregnant. So
His mom was a prostitute. wasn't
This
she?
isn't his mom. This is his stepmother. If you would shut up and listen to what I'm saying.
no.
So,
You
Devin,
told me to be funny, Jeff. Fuck you.
Devin Griffin's mom is Susan Liskey. His stepdad, whatever the fuck his name is in here, is his stepdad, which is why BJ is his stepbrother, but his dad is whatever the fuck his dad's name is.
Do you think they ever uttered the words "Help me, step bro"?
No, I was gonna make that joke later. We'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll
Here
get to
I
that
am.
part.
I'm jumping ahead in class.
All right. So,
Sadly for them, his family didn't own a dryer, so there was nowhere to get stuck.
God damn it. The official police records on VJ started in early 2002, while he was only 16.
That's
And-
never gonna not be funny.
Hold on. So, the official police records on VJ started in early 2002, while he was 16 and was on house arrest. That's the first time Bill had to call for the police to come. Oh, his father is also Bill. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So that is the first time he had to call the police to come to their home because BJ had been threatening to harm himself and his father had no idea what to do. And that,
Let it happen.
hold on. And that's when the police
We
showed
don't
up.
condone suicide either.
Hold on. So that's when the police arrived. And guess what? How BJ handled that?
He gave them toothy blowjobs because that was his namesake. He learned from his mother.
He slowly crept up behind the officers, slowly reached around, did a little tickle, a little fondle,
And asked him,
little
will you help me?
unzip,
Are you my
and then
step
he
bro?
just grabbed and he trumpeted them.
That's called a wraparound.
No,
That's the way I do it.
No, he started fighting them.
Oh.
Oh.
I think ours would have been more
Yeah,
fun.
that would. I feel like he might still be alive if he had just given them a blowjob.
Why do you think he's still? What? Why do you think he's the killer? Why do you think he's not alive?
Oh yeah, well I would assume something. Ohio seems like a capital punishment state.
Ugh.
Pretty sure they are actually.
So, after 2002, by 2004, BJ had started escalating from threatening to harm himself to attacking other people. In October, he got into a fight with his stepmother, Susan, by beating her.
Oh, I'm just now putting together that BJ and Devin are stepbrothers.
Just now?
Yes,
I literally said it, but that's fine.
that's fine.
Help
There's a
me,
lie.
step bro.
2 months later, he was charged with criminal assault and robbery for hitting Susan and stealing her car keys. He was found incompetent to stand trial on those charges, which were later dropped. Then, trying to get BJ the help he needed, his family removed them from the family basically, and moved him to a group home in Sandusky where he would get mental health treatment. But it didn't seem to be working.
I'm sure he helped.
It didn't seem to be working. BJ was involved in several fights with his father when he went to pick him up, and then other people at the facility, resulting in the police being called 3 times. At the time,
What? Hold on. Now I want to question that police department because if they were, was it 3 times on one occasion? Because that's a problem.
So let me just say something. In my
what? That's not how that works.
Like, did they have to call the police 3 times for one fight, or was
No.
it like
God,
okay?
you
what?
don't understand. No, you don't understand anything. God damn it.
you clearly don't know how administrative policing works.
God damn it.
Also, there's I just like to say, in my extensive knowledge, sending someone to a group home has never once worked.
No, it's
that's
never
actually,
turned out poorly.
Well, yeah, actually, maybe Adam's right. I mean, Charles Manson only lived in like 4 of them.
Yeah. Group homes are definitely where
if
you want to send preteens.
Sent to one group home, you turn out fine. The more group homes you go to, the likelihood of killing people goes up. The more
That's why
there's a parallel. It's a parallel line. Group home numbers, serial killer.
But before I get into a very extensive discussion on public policy, incentivizing foster homes is probably not a good idea we want to do as a society.
I would like to say the Blues Brothers turned out just fine.
At the time of the killings, BJ was 18, and he was no longer living at home. His father had kicked him out when BJ attacked Susan as she was in the while she was in the shower.
Ooh.
So basically, the whole
help me, stepson.
Yeah, stepson, what are you doing? No.
Ooh, stepson. Ooh, this works out perfectly because I'm shirtless.
Show me them nipples. Show me them nips. Yeah, there's that fucking. Oh, that's so gross.
God damn it.
Tell me Adam doesn't look like a xenomorph.
He does, yeah.
With that distended stomach.
All right. The attack that landed BJ in a stay in the hospital where he received treatment for his schizophrenic disorder bipolar type.
Oh.
Yeah, this comes back into play later.
I've never known a single. There's never been a single person with bipolar disorder that's ever had a bad run. They've all been angels.
Yeah, schizophrenia just means you just see rabbits and rainbows.
Yeah, that's what they see.
Ignore the towering, hairy, black figure in the corner.
The rabbits that they see are the rabbits from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Excuse me as I turn around to make sure I don't have a fucking
Nick,
paralysis demon in my corner.
Nick, who's that in the window?
No, that's not funny at all. That's not funny. You're not funny. I'm going to close my windows now. I'm now scared. I might grab my gun. It's a little spooky.
BJ's father, Bill, still trying to keep his son in his life and out of trouble. He visited him often at the halfway house that he had to live in because that's a thing they had to do to him.
That's because he was
Halfway
happy and halfway sad.
Halfway houses, the adult version of a group home, also have never failed.
Halfway houses, I think, are garbage.
Oh, it's almost as if they are.
So dumb.
Yeah.
They're so I understand the idea behind them and why they think they work.
It's
they
not
don't
a
fucking
bad.
work.
It's not a bad idea, but the outcome is not good.
Neither is communism.
The idea is good, but the
The
outcome
idea
not.
sounds great. Sounds fantastic. In practice, you end up with
Real
fucking
bad.
Stalin.
I can't wait for all of this communist talk to be cut from this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we might keep it. I enjoy communist talk.
Ooh.
So, the week before the murders, Bill took vacation time from work. And during that time, he took BJ to go deer hunting with him. They had gone out to their family cabin.
Did they find a big, strong buck?
So they
Really?
went out to their-
Nothing? Really? Okay.
They went out to their family's cabin, which is their hunting cabin. And then they returned less than 24 hours before BJ
Hold on.
would kill
Speaking
everyone.
Speaking of hunting cabins, I would really like to know what happened to gathering cabins.
Weren't those used for sex?
Probably.
We always hear about people going hunting. I want some good wholesome content where people go
what?
gathering.
What is a gathering cabin?
Hunting and gathering. The thing people used to do as cavemen. Hunting and gathering. You get it yet? Gathering berries and stuff. There you go.
Oh.
It's always fun when you have to explain the joke to someone.
Oh, please. How many times do we have to explain anything that involves the law or history?
Hold on. It depends, but also this is hunting and gathering. This is basic science.
It's actually in anthropology.
It's actually also history.
Not in elementary school, Nick.
It definitely wasn't science.
That's also true. Family friends had talked to Bill often about him and his family's safety with BJ being around, because obviously he had attacked his mother multiple fucking times at this point and fought his dad when he was at his fucking group home. They thought Bill needed to take precautions against BJ because he is so aggressive. Neighbors also believed...
You hate an aggressive BJ.
Nice. Very nice.
Jeff hates that I just said that, but he's also like, I respect it.
Well done. That was good. That was good.
Neighbors also believed BJ had tortured and killed multiple pets around the area throughout the years of him living there. Even though they never caught him in the act of actually torturing and killing said animals.
Cat murder is always the first sign of every single killer.
Yeah. You're not wrong. It's part of the triad, which has technically actually been debunked. But
yeah,
if you're wondering what the triad is, it's killing, torturing animals, arson, and wetting the bed as a kid.
Yeah.
Well, not past being a
kid. Like into their teens.
Yeah. All right.
I only do 2 of those things.
Bill and his son BJ got back Saturday evening.
It's wetting the bed twice.
God damn it. Bill and his son BJ got back Saturday evening from their hunting trip, where they were gathered with neighbors and had a few beers. But Bill didn't want to drive BJ back to the halfway house after drinking, so BJ was supposed to stay the night at the house.
Well, no one wants a halfway BJ.
Mine was funnier, Nick.
It was. I stretched. I stretched and I missed.
So this is where we get into the fun part. So after him not wanting to take him back to the halfway house, obviously BJ stays the night. A neighbor heard gunshots around 6:30 a.m. on the morning of October 31st.
Wait.
AKA Halloween. And this would be consistent with the time of death.
That was a Sunday that year. I just know that off the top of my head.
Yeah, who would have thought?
Also,
I'm not terrified of paralysis demons.
Which also 6:30 a.m. gunshots also are consistent with the times of death for both of the parents.
Nice.
I don't think that adds up.
Did he have like a supersonic 22? Because I don't think a 22 should be that loud.
You also act like this is in the country.
That is fair. I'm pretty sure I could hear my neighbor if they shot a 22.
It would definitely be an odd sound to hear.
Okay, actually, I
at
haven't
6:30 in the morning.
I've had a 22 shot next to my head. It is still very loud.
Derek was last heard from at 2 p.m. on October 30th. Several factors based and determined that Derek was killed before Bill and Susan, obviously, because that's why you don't You hear the gunshot. That's why the gunshots don't coordinate with him. So when Devin returned home from spending the weekend with his dad at 9:30 a.m. on October 31st, he only stayed long enough to change his shirt and then left for church. At that time, he had only encountered his stepbrother BJ in the house, but he was only there for around 5 minutes. So
Wait, so he encountered
the
killer was in. He talked to the killer.
Yeah, and he knows.
Oh, that's got to be awful.
And I'm assuming at this point, Devin's brother was.
Oh, Devin has.
Oh, I thought you said his parents were killed at 6:30 a.m.
Yeah, his brother. Hold on, we'll get to it.
So his brother was already dead.
Everyone's dead in this house other than BJ and him.
Ooh.
Yes, yeah.
He definitely has psychological trauma now.
Oh yeah. So he was only there for around 5 minutes. But their conversation seemed a little odd to Devin because BJ asked where he was going and how long he would be gone. You know, a little odd.
I also asked how long my BJ is going to be.
This is also, yeah, understandable. Devin also thought that it was very different for BJ to be asking this type of stuff because DJ usually doesn't fucking care about jack shit, especially when it comes to Devin. Later on, investigators would learn this when they spoke to Devin after the murders, and Devin said he couldn't think. This is a quote. Devin said he couldn't think of anything else that was said, but stated that BJ was acting happier than usual.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
Another quote. To explain, Devin stated that normally BJ is a very gloomy person. I asked Devin what made him think that BJ was acting happier. Devin stated it was because he was happier, more upbeat, and more talkative. Devin stated that BJ is normally slow and darkish. That's a quote by a fucking actual goddamn detective. So, sorry for that being as fucked up as it is, but that's literally the terminology they apparently use in Ohio. They apparently don't take elementary school grammar and stuff.
To be fair, if there's one thing I've learned, most cops are horrible writers.
Yeah, they are.
They are awful. They don't know what the fuck a preposition is at all.
So, after Devin left the house, BJ left in the family's Ford F-150 and drove to the hunting cabin. Now we're going to get into what authorities actually found when they arrived on the crime scene. All right, so the scene Devin escaped from was considered grisly even to experienced law enforcement. After getting out, he called his aunt and tried to tell her what he found. She came and tried to calm him down and called the authorities for help. Both Bill and Susan were in their bed, having been shot to death. Bill was shot 5 times in the head and face. He was most likely shot first, since his body was found in a natural sleeping position.
You gotta make sure that.
Well, I mean, this is actually a thing having to deal with a 22. If you deal with a 22 caliber, being shot in the head by a 22, the likelihood of you dying compared to you living is actually kind of like outweighed. Like you might actually live. Fragment. Yeah, they don't really fuck up. They might hit your skull and just kind of stop there.
Unless you put it in at either the temple or the base of the skull in a soft spot. 22s don't penetrate super well. Like it'll be like lead dust goes into your brain.
So after Bill was found with his body shot 5 times in the head and face, Susan was shot 3 times. Her body looked like it had been awakened by the shots to her husband, obviously, because 5 rapid shots to the head and face are going to wake someone up from any distance, really.
So 22s are quieter. They're still very. What kind of 22 was this? Was this a semi-auto or a revolver?
You would love to know. We'll get to that. But,
I would assume it's a semi-auto because it already fired 5.
Well, as we'll get to, this weapon wasn't found. Yeah. We'll get to that part. So yeah, she was shot 3 times. Her body looked like it had been awakened by the shots to her husband, and that she tried to flee, but both of them were shot at very close range by a small caliber gun, which was most likely a 22. Apparently in 2010 they didn't have like forensic shit to, determine the ballistics of a fucking bullet.
I believe in 2000. Actually, no, that actually makes sense because again, 22's fragment, so it's really hard to get ballistics off of them.
So,
unless you're
also
Batman.
Based off of this factor, it was very unclear if Susan was sexually assaulted before or after being shot. So, you guys remember the whole fact that she was attacked in the shower, right?
Oh.
But her body was clearly had been moved after she had been shot and killed. So after further searching the house, they made their way upstairs to Derek's room. who still at this point had not been heard from or seen. The door was
How
locked.
old was
with
Derek?
Derek was 23.
Okay. For some reason, I kept picturing him being like 8.
No. The door was locked, and when they knocked, no one was answering. So they kicked the fucking door in.
Yeah.
They found Derek curled up in his bed, facing the wall, with severe blunt force trauma to his head. He had been struck multiple times, but he was killed on the first blow. He was killed by a claw hammer, which was found later on in the investigation in the house itself, and that would prove consistent to Derek's wounds. So he got rid of one weapon, but did not get rid of the other one. When they did more research, they found muddy footprints along the deck near the family's pond, and that made them.
How old was BJ again?
BJ at this time was 18.
Okay, so
Devin was 16.
for my clarification and for the audience, a little late to do this, but
That's okay. We can move
the
this
older
wherever we want.
the older brother was 23. BJ, the killer, was 18.
Yes,
The surviving son was 16,
correct.
and the parents were parents. Their ages don't matter.
They're in their 40s, but yes.
40s. Okay.
And Derek and Devin were the mom's kids, and BJ was the dad's kid.
What? Okay, so none of them were. Okay,
Wait,
makes
does
sense.
does it say when they got married, or like what
I
kind
don't
of
know.
what kind of life this? Because it would be weird. Like there's already like a family dynamic with two brothers that all of a sudden
Yeah.
you're thrown into as an outsider.
That'd be
I
weird.
mean, yeah, that's what happens because it's one of the
But
stepfather
I-
of BJ and then the stepfather.
But
of the
I
two
didn't know
others.
if they'd been if it's been like 10 years, then as an 8-year-old that doesn't really matter, or if
No,
it's
it had been a while because
if it's like 4 years, then
no,
I'd
it's been a
see it.
while because if you remember back, BJ started his criminal record in 2002, and he attacked his mother in 2004, or he attacked his stepmother in 2004.
Okay,
Oh
so
wow, so it had been a while between.
Yeah,
incidents.
yeah.
so I'm trying to think. I'm trying to do math. Jeff told me there would be no math, and here I am doing math.
Well, you don't.
I
have
just
to do
asked
math.
about ages.
I'm trying to figure out how old BJ was at this time
18. We said this.
in 2004.
Oh, 2004? That would have been 6 years before, so he would have been
2004 before 2018, or no, 2010. So
You act like I can do this
8.
math.
6 years before.
Yeah, so yeah, I just
He
said
was
6.
12.
So
Yeah, I just said 12 too. I said both.
Loud noises.
I said 6 and 12.
All right. Well, besides that, detectives and the police officers also found muddy footprints along the deck where they had a pond in their backyard. And they then thought he probably disposed of the gun in the pond.
By pond, do we mean like those stupid little ponds?
No,
or
I
like a
don't-
pond.
I don't really know, but I would assume it's a decent sized pond. I don't think it would just be a little.
Like a koi pond or
Well,
something.
it's not a koi pond from the fact of this next thing where they then just drained the entire pond but didn't find a weapon. So I would assume it wasn't just a koi pond because they could have just had someone go in there and just like feel around.
Yeah,
at the
my
bottom.
mom has a koi pond. I could fucking, that thing's like 4 feet.
I would like
by
to
2 feet.
restate that this is a 22, so it is a much smaller handgun.
Yeah, but
Can I
still
get a
stuck in a koi
comparison?
pond.
Like not like a visual, a verbal audio podcast comparison.
So, 45. Bigger than my hand?
22 would be
22 would be about the size or a little smaller than my hand.
Okay, so for those of you who can't see Nick's hand,
I am holding a 45. The 45.
so okay, so for the audience that can't see your hand, can you give us a verbal comparison?
Have you ever seen a monster can?
Okay,
22 would be a couple inches shorter than the monster can.
cool.
Cool.
there we go.
The fact that I'm holding a fire.
I can hold a firearm too.
So yeah,
Do you
they
want me
drained
to?
the pond. They didn't find a gun. They then used weapon-specific sniffing dogs and did the entire property and didn't find a gun still.
Was there GSR residue on his hands? Or am I jumping ahead again?
You might be jumping ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like, Jeff hasn't told us about.
I'm jumping
We
ahead,
haven't
aren't
even
I?
gotten to the part of him being fucking arrested.
Yeah,
That
Jeff
is fair,
hasn't.
okay.
Jeff has only been at their house. They haven't gotten to the hunting
Okay.
cabin
So
yet.
I'm gonna stop jumping ahead.
So, detectives from there.
The question is, did they do most of this before they went looking for the guy, or
Yeah, this is all like a crime scene investigation.
So here's the thing.
so they're doing?
So it's not like they're just So this is now the crime scene investigators looking throughout the crime scene, and at this point, they also know that he took the F-150. So they also have the rest of their officers out.
Okay.
patrolling,
There's
looking
probable
for-
cause
I'm trying to put
arrest him.
together the timeline. So
And there's probable cause. So I would also like to point out that this is 2010. The iPhone exists, so technology isn't horrible.
hold on, which iPhone?
That wasn't a trivia question. We don't care.
Yeah, we don't care.
Um,
But like
so-
technology isn't horrendous right now.
At this time, like we were getting to, detectives from the Ottawa County Sheriff's Office also arrived at the Carey County cabin, which is the one where their hunting cabin is,
Got it.
where they went to look for evidence, but they found an uneaten Subway sandwich on the counter.
How dare you?
But
What kind of sandwich?
Yeah, Jeff. What kind of Subway
If it's tuna, he definitely did it.
So sadly, we don't know that. Also, sadly, BJ didn't have time to eat the sandwich before he was arrested by these deputies. The detectives then obtained security footage from a Subway restaurant nearby, showing that he had purchased the sandwich. And if you're wondering from here, BJ was then charged in the Ottawa County Common Police Court, where he was on the counts of aggravated murder for each and every one of the deaths.
So to be fair, after I get done committing a triple homicide, I also crave less than mediocre sub sandwiches.
It depends on the Subway
If you
sandwich
want-
because their
I'm going-
teriyaki chicken sweet onion is fucking fire.
Why wouldn't you just take a fuck ton of money from a purse and go have a nice steak dinner at a nice steakhouse? That's what I'd do.
So
Honestly,
remember when you said he was schizophrenic? I have a feeling his rationality and impulse control is a little off.
No, hold on. If I thought I would get away with it, I would be as cheap as possible and do Subway. If I did not think I would get away with it, I would do the steak dinner.
Oh, I'd want
Because like that's where I'm at. Is I'm like, let's steal some money. And do I think I'll get away with this or not? No. Well, then I'm going to fucking indulge. And if not, fuck it. I'm gonna see how long it can go.
I'd want the other diners
not
to
go
wonder why
well for the
Scarface
fact
is
that-
happening.
So yeah, he was charged. He could face the death penalty in Ohio for this.
I was right.
Through the criminal proceedings, will most likely depend on his mental state because of the fact that he is schizophrenic and he is bipolar. So he was also held on $3 million bond.
Why? So I've never understood bonding. Why even bother?
Bonding.
That's
a
$1.5 million bond, isn't it? Then like someone has to pay $1.5 million.
No,
Isn't it
it's-
50%?
No, I think bonding is 10.
Is it 10? Okay.
I believe bond is 10%.
Fuck if I know.
Let's find out.
The extent of bounty hunting knowledge I know is from Midnight Run. Fantastic movie, by the way. A young Robert De Niro. So good.
Yeah, about 10%.
I'm sure it varies from county to county.
So
state to state.
if you're wondering what 10% of 3 million is,
Isn't it like 300,000?
yes,
Okay.
it's 300,000.
Okay. Why am I able to do math all of a sudden? God, I should
I
have
don't know. I hate it.
drank in high school.
During the trial, though, BJ spoke emotionless, and he stated that, this is in quotes, "I loved my dad very much, and it makes me feel sick every time I think about what I did. I can't explain why this all had to happen, but I think most of it had to do with my mental illness." So they then went on to do, the insanity plea. Found that he was, in fact, competent to stand trial,
Nice.
because he actually wasn't. Well, also, if anyone knows anything about being able to stand trial with the insanity plea,
It's not a high standard.
it's not very.
It is such a high standard of proof to prove that you need to be criminally incompetent of standing trial that it is it's almost impossible to prove unless like you have documentation this person 9 times out of 10 was going through some type of schizophrenic or mental breakdown or some type of episode, or if they were on drugs or something.
So after, all the trial, BJ entered a guilty plea for the 3 counts of aggravated murder and was sentenced to life in prison without possibility of parole.
He's still up for capital punishment?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, if he pleaded, then he shouldn't be
Yeah.
up for capital.
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't. So
Okay.
he has life in prison without the possibility of parole. Would you like to know where he is now?
I would assume some type of federal penitentiary.
Adam?
I'm going to say, because it's just fucking crazy, he's just walking free.
No, he killed himself in 2015 while he was in prison.
Oh.
I blame Jeffrey Epstein.
So, everyone, that was our first episode of Drunken Jurors.
Ooh.
Didn't get to go too much into the trial like I would have liked to. Every website I tried to go on to wanted me to subscribe for a full year of an ungodly large amount of money.
Yeah, don't you love criminals' websites?
Yeah, it's great trying to get trial notes.
I love academic websites.
Next week, or in 2 weeks, I have a really good one planned. It was something I actually grew up and remember very well from going through, because it happened not too far from where I live, and it is an absolutely insane thing. It will probably be a little bit longer. It might be a 2-parter if we get to it, depending on how much there is. But this is the first episode of Drunken Jurors. Thank you, everyone, for joining. You can find us at uh8.2cit.podbean.com. You can also find us on any other social media at You Hate to See It. And from there, please subscribe to our Patreon. There's many different tiers. You can get a lot of different stuff depending on how much you want to pay us. The higher you go, obviously, the better it is, which is maybe you get to go to our OnlyFans, and maybe not.
There are a lot of feet pics
So
and hairy
many.
shoulders.
So many. Oh,
You get to see my unedited hairy shoulders.
oh, the hairy shoulders. You better catch them now before they're gone forever. Before he shaves them along with that bush.
At that point, thank you again for listening to this first episode of Drunken Jurors. It's only going to get better. I have learned how to research since I did this episode, and I have a lot of information already on the next one, and it's going to get better. Hopefully these fuckers aren't going to make as many stupid jokes as the next person.
Oh no, is the killer going to be named BJ? Because that's not our fault.
Yeah. The next killer should not be BJ, so we might.
I feel like
be
that's on
BJ.
you.
I
feel like that's your own
I
doing.
didn't name him. He's not my child.
I feel like this is your own fault.
The BJs are not
He
on
only
Jeff.
killed almost.
Let it be known, the BJs are not on Jeff's face.
On that note, thanks for listening. Nick, what would you like to say?
Professionals have standards.
And we are better than you.
And we don't have standards.
That was awful. God, I hate that.
You're awful.
You're fucking big.
Okay, they're right.